Gotta excuse me, I'm inviting a few people because it's see how many catch on. They can catch on later though. Everything's gonna be recorded. Something new coming out. I didn't know I can do all this. So bam. Alright, forget it. That's enough. So I'm gonna record every session. I'm about to start presenting free business classes. We're gonna start at the beginning. Hello. We're gonna start at the beginning. Business 101. I'm master teacher Deen Truth, aka Ahmad. Been in the entrepreneurship game for roughly 28 years. And I mastered it. And everybody else can master it. And it's kind of a simple thing. And then it's like riding a bike, real easy. You can do it with your eyes closed. And then, you can make whatever you want of it. So, some people know about me now. Some people know about me before. 28 years since middle school. Deen Truth has always been thinking about making money or turning something into something else or creating. And your creations down the road turn into money. You can't do everything at one time, first of all. So don't try to do it all at one time. It's going to be over time. I didn't do it. It's 28 years now. I'm a master teacher. It wasn't 8 years. It wasn't 18 years. It wasn't even 25 years ago. I just transitioned over there, master teacher. So 27 years it took me. And it shouldn't take you as long because we're in a new age where the information is free. It's how to catch it. It's all about catching the information. So, how do you catch the information? It's kind of simple, but it's not simple. It involves spiritual work and real work, brick and mortar. But faith, believing. I'm not saying certain gods, this or that. I'm saying you got to understand about nature. Understand nature, mathematics, and put in the work. Whether how you clean a house, you got to actually put in the elbow grease to clean the kitchen, vacuum the floors, whatever. So, basics, math, basics, respect, basics, English, knowing the English language. And that you'll know why you need to know the English language in the future as I continue to talk in this series. But again, this is a new series. If you got any questions, always ask them and I'm going to answer them. And I'm always going to give a correct answer. But you can verify that by adding it up, because we're all going to be speaking the same language. So once you know the proper business techniques, you too can add it up and understand. We can agree and move fast and start accumulating. And I'm not doing this to come together. I'm doing this for every individual to excel. And especially if people are talking about going out on their own and not working for anybody, that's a big deal. So I've been doing it. My last job was 2011, 2012. So I've been working for myself, first of all, not for anybody. I haven't been getting a salary or anything for the past 8 years. I got 3 kids, married, divorced, paid everybody's bills, house, or paid my apartment bill. Had to do it still. So 8 years now in the game. what did it take to get there? It took a lot. So, Deen Truth, where does he come from? So Deen Truth, in high school, always, his mother told him, I never did good in school. I was always averaging 2.0. My mother was like, just do good in math because you're good in math. I said, okay, I'm going to do good in math. Always got an A. Always was in the class ahead of it. So I did great in math. All right, what's next? College. I don't know, pick something. All right, since I'm good in math, pick accounting. Did the accounting thing. I went in it, mastered it a little bit. And then when I was in college, I learned about taxes. I went and took a job with Jackson Hewitt in my junior year. And that was in 2001, 2002. And that's when I learned to do taxes in my junior year. A lot of you guys know me from doing taxes as a tax preparer. And built on that, 28 years later, that's one of my businesses. So, as I mentioned that, the average millionaire has 7 sources of income. By default, I just told you one. For 28 years, tax preparer. I got an accounting degree. So, hey, I didn't think about that when I took the position when I was a junior. For real, I was thinking, all right, experience, because I was taking accounting and taxes, and the money I was getting now, because I'm like, oh, okay, I'm doing taxes, people's tax returns. I'm thinking, I can get this little bit of money now while I'm in college. And I didn't know that, how far it would take me. But it took me this far because of networking. And that's where the English language comes in. Because when you network, you have to communicate amongst a broad amount of people. And English language is very important. Being able to communicate with people and networking and coming to common conclusions and stuff like that. So again, anybody that's in here, if you got any general business question, this is Business 101, Class 1, Deen Truth, Master Teacher. Feel free to ask any questions. Deen Truth 101, Business 101. Every session is going to be better than the next session. This is an introduction session about why is Deen Truth a master teacher, because nobody knows, and I never put myself out there. So now I'm putting myself out there, and it's either you're going to catch it or not catch it. So Deen Truth, average millionaire has 7 sources of income. Tax preparer. Deen Truth, I said I was I've been working for myself for 8 years. So I got tired. So Deen Truth had a office working in the corporate accounting department. Actually, I was working in property management. Deen Truth had an office as assistant property manager. I got laid off like 3 different times. As people like us, when you don't own anything, you don't control anything, they got a thing called a glass ceiling. A glass ceiling is a term in business that you cannot go any further than a certain level. And then when you hit that level, you hit a ceiling that you didn't see because it's made of glass. It's see-through, and it's see-through, but you didn't know it. And it's a certain thing for people like us that we hit glass ceilings at certain times. So Deen Truth hit the glass ceiling 3 times and was, kind of got tired of that. I had some issues. I had my brother recommended getting a pickup truck. So I got a pickup truck for $1,000. Did jobs on Craigslist. $60 each job, on average 3 jobs a day, $180 a day, plus unemployment. I don't remember what the unemployment was, but let's just say $400 a week. So I was making $180 a day cash. So round up to $1,000, like roughly about $900 plus the $400 in unemployment. So I put 2 and 2 together. I was like, oh, okay, I like this, and let's run. Let me run with it a little bit more. So I ran with it. So hey, let's just say a year later, I got another pickup truck. I was averaging more per job. I'm averaging about $250 a day in a pickup truck on work. And then that eventually became, the pickup truck eventually became a box truck, a 17-foot long box truck, old U-Haul truck. So pickup truck. No, first unemployment, no job, pickup truck, $1,000. 2 years later, box truck. 1 year later, dump truck. 2 more years later, each year, different truck, different work truck, different work truck. So now, 2 sources of income. Oh, that was junk removal. So now it's the #1 rated local junk removal company in DC. So now we have 2. The average millionaire has 7 sources of income. Anybody that's working, you can still work, because that counts as 1 source. What you're gonna do with the money? You can either give it to the banks, let the banks, they might owe, I don't know if you got car notes and house notes and stuff. That means you in business with the bank, and the bank don't give you a lot of return on the investment. So what you need to do is figure out how to put that into yourself. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask the questions. Again, the average millionaire has 7 sources of income. I just explained 2 sources. I've made it so far. So the third, now that I'm only thinking of them off top of my head. So the third one, with the junk removal, with the #1 rated local junk removal company, it's so much like the people with money, their trash is not trash. So I take that, I either donate it, give it away, I sell it, or I keep it. Their trash is not trash. We live in the highest, this area, DMV, has the highest amount of people with college degrees. The job, this top 3 job area, top 3 in pay. So their trash is not trash. Now I have multiple storage units, selling out of the storage units, and every day I'm selling stuff. So now we at 3. That just started 3 years ago. The junk removal technically started 6 years ago. The tax prep started 29 years ago. But the thing is, how did I do this? No one does it on their own. No one is born with this. What it is, you have to literally, I'm a type person, I jump in the deep end. Anything I do,
because I'm able to calculate it real fast, and then I'm like, man, I'm either not going to do it, or I'm just going to jump in the deep end and get whatever comes with it. So jumping in the deep end is high risk, high reward. So I've been burnt jumping in the deep end, trust me. So with that's what I call learning lessons. The learning lessons are burned in your brain longer than any success stories. So I remember all my learning lessons. Too many to go over right now. So I'm trying to be as general as possible about where we're going at this very moment. So in general, we're going to go over certain topics. But right now, as I said, we're just going over who is Deen Truth, this master teacher of business economics, because this is not like what I'm used to. So again, Deen Truth, master teacher, business 101, first class. All the classes will be recorded. Moving forward, there's going to be certain topics that we're going to go over. This is an introduction, so you know who is teaching you. This is not some fly-by-night person. I live, breathe capitalism. Even when I drop capitalism, I just live, breathe it by accident. So who do you want to get this information from? Because I'm going to give the information and I'm going to push it to you where you're going to have to add it up yourself. But it's going to be so easy. There's an avenue for everybody. I see everybody has these things going on. The worst thing you can do, in my opinion, is the stock market. I don't see a lot of you guys with enough money talking about investing in the stock market. So, but you know, I'm not telling you not to. I'm saying this is not your primary source. But hey, with that being said, that could be a source, but I don't have stocks, so that doesn't count for me. So I'm at 3. I got a few more, but I can't think of them off the top of my head. I'm going to list them for you guys on the next episode. But Deen Truth is always doing something. I'm always doing some business till the time I wake up to the time I go to sleep. Everybody should have 2 to 3 businesses, easy. So one's got to be virtual. See, I'm losing out because I don't have my virtual business yet, where you basically don't do anything, or you do minimal keyboard work. Something need to be like, man, anything you do that's a hobby needs to be converted ASAP. Like whatever you a master at, we all masters. So whatever you're a master at, you need to convert that ASAP, because in 2020 and beyond, there's no more that just I'm doing this and you know I know I'm good and stuff. No, you gotta go out, you gotta push that, and you how you gonna do it? I don't know. I can tell you specifically if you say specifically what you can do, and then I can give you the answer. But in general, I can't be real general because there's so many different ways. But if you put it in the air, and this is what comes with the spiritual, if you put it in the air, this is what I'm doing. If you put it in the air, it comes. It goes into somebody else's ear. And then you got 2 people thinking, and 3 or multiple people, and it can bounce off each other. So this information is bouncing off each other. And somebody is going to click. It's going to eventually click. When somebody says something in the air, when I'm driving, it just bounces in my head all day, and then finally I get the answer for it, and it's like, oh man, and it's like I should have known that a long time ago. It's real good right now. So Business 101, Deen Truth, classes, random times, all the classes will be saved. All questions, no questions are dumb questions. I'm hanging out. All business classes man, Deen Truth. I don't know, man. This another thing. I don't believe in luck, but confidence, smiles, engagement. I've always been curious. We all need to be curious. Not saying being out there, but being inquisitive, asking questions, finding answers. So the business has a lot to do about yourself and nature than it does the business itself. So once you can appreciate nature and appreciate what you can do as a person, the vehicle that you have, and how vicious a weapon it is, then you're going to be able to excel beyond anything. So Deen Truth is out. 101. This is the bar. The bar has been set at a low spot. Next, we're coming with certain lessons in the future every other day. Peace.